Hello guys, welcome to my channel Hima Education Made Easy. In our previous video we have seen list and then we have went through tuples and the different operations what can be performed on tuple we have seen. Now we'll be going with sets. Sets are used to store multiple items in single variable as of a list and a tuple. Okay, so a set is collection which is unordered, unchangeable and unindexed. Okay, so here they will go as they like. Okay, so for example here, in order to create a set we need to have set 1. So here I'm going to take it as set 1. Sets can be defined with a curly brackets. So here the same elements we can take apple, then we can have something like orange, then we can take cherry. These are the things we have taken. So in order to see what type it is, so for that we need to go with type of set 1 I will be going with. Okay, so is it a set or not? So here it belongs to a class of set. So whenever you use a flower brackets, it will take you automatically to as a set. Sets are unordered, so you cannot be sure in which order the items will appear, right? So here in order to see that, here I'm going to take a print statement directly of set 1. So here apple, cherry, orange, the order has been changed. So this is what I'm ordered. So if I run it one more time, the order will again get changed. So apple went at last, orange, cherry, and one more time if I run it, the order will keep on change. This is what called sets are unordered. Okay, we cannot be sure that in which order it will appear once we take a print statement. Set items are unordered, unchangeable and do not allow duplicate values. So here even if I give a value of apple again, it won't take. Okay, so they won't allow repetitions. Unordered means that items in set do not have defined order. Set items can appear in different order every time you use them and cannot be referred to by index or key. So as these set elements are changing, we cannot be used the index number. Okay, once a set is created you cannot change it. Okay, but you can remove items and add new items. This is what the main difference between set and as well as a tuple. Okay, so here duplication is also not allowed for sets. Set cannot have two items with the same values. That is what we have seen over here. So in order to find the length of the set, as usual we need to use len. Okay, len for finding the length. So here it will give us 3 as an output. So here it is excluded second repeated element. Okay, so in set you can define anything like numbers, a number that like numbers, strings, or boolean operators like true, false. These things also you can define as we have done with the previous list and as well as tuples. The same thing follows over here. It can consist of different types of data types. Also it can have a string, it can have in a single set itself you can have like already we are having string. Now we'll be taking number, and then we'll be going with, instead of apple I'll be going with true, that is a boolean operator. Okay, so then we can use constructor. So in order to, if you forget to use curl brackets or square brackets or round brackets, so here simply you can go with a constructor that is similar to list and tuple. So here you can use set constructor. Okay, set as a constructor. So here it will run you, here it will run sorry, Oh yeah, as we have seen previously, for all the things we need to have double round brackets set of the bracket elements. So here if we run it, we won't be getting any error. So it has a length of 4 elements. So here if I remove this length, how it will print, we'll see. Okay, so here the flower brackets automatically came in output. Okay, so this is what the thing is. Set items are unchangeable, we need to remember. You can remove and add new items. This is what the major important is. Python 3.7 dictionaries are ordered. In Python 3.6 earlier dictionaries are unadded. These things we'll see in our further coming class, that is when we discuss about these dictionaries. When choosing a collection type, it is useful to understand the properties of that type. Choosing the right type of for a particular data set could mean retention of meaning, and it could mean an increase in efficiency or security. This is what the main purpose of using these sets, list, tuple, and as well as dictionaries. So here we are going to access these items by using a for loop. Okay, so here I already defined a set. So instead of using a constructor of a set, you can use a flower bracket too. As I'm convenient with it, I'll be leaving the element as it is. So here I'm going to use a for loop. So x is for every element in set 1, print every element step by step. This is what the meaning of this one. So here if I run it, I'll be having these things. Okay, so if there is some element present in the set or not, you can use it with by using a simple thing, that is in. Okay, so here I'm going to use print of whether cherry is there or not in it. In order to find that, I'm going to use in set 1. So this is what the thing I'm going to use over here. So if I use this in, I'll be able to retrieve whether the element is present in it or not. Okay, so here if it is present, it will turn true. If it isn't, then it won't. So here I'm going to have banana then, and then if I run it, I'll be retrieved with a false statement. So once a set is created, you cannot change its item, but you can add new items. Okay, so adding an item is of very simple, as like the thing. Okay, then I'll be going with set1 dot add. Okay, so here I'm going to add some elements to it. So for set, I'm going to add something called orange. We have removed, right? We'll add orange again. Okay, so again I'm going to print set1 now. Okay, and I'm going to run it. So I'll be getting an output called orange. Okay, so as these are unordered, where this element will get added, we don't know. This is what the thing is. Okay, so and one more thing also there. So here if you are having one more set, so one set I created with the constructor, and now I'm going to create a second set with curl brackets. Okay, so here I'm going to use um, it's okay, let me go with numbers and 4. So 4 I have added. So in order to add set 1, set 2 to set 1, I need to use a simple thing. So here set 1, to set 1 I want to add set 2. So I'm going to update set 1 with set 2. Okay, update of set 2. Okay, this is what it will happen. So now if I print set 1 I'll be able to see all the elements which are present in set 2 in set 1. Okay, but in an unorderly manner. Okay, this is what we need to remember. Okay, so here as we have seen that 1 will automatically be taken as a true statement, so here true won't be repeated twice, so it has taken only one true. Okay, so if I run it again, the order might be changed, right? This is what we need to see. So add any the object in the update method does not have to be set. It can be any iterable object. Okay, so it can be of a tuple, list, dictionaries, etc. Okay, so add element. So update can be done even whether it is of a list or a tuple, or so here I'm going to convert this one into a list. Okay, sorry. So if I use square brackets, it will automatically get converted into a list. If I use a round bracket, it will automatically convert into a tuple. So here I'm going to run this thing. Okay, it will get added, because here the main objective is this method does not have to be a set. Okay, so if you use update method, so set can be updated with anything, that is like a list or tuple or a set. Okay, so to remove the items in a set, use a remove method or the discard method. These are the two methods we'll be having in these set methods in order to remove anything. Okay, so here I'm going to remove, I'm going to remove some element in it. So here I want to remove cherry. Okay, and I want to print it. So what happens, we'll see now. Okay, so it removed cherry. Only the elements left with are apple, 24 and true. Those are the things we have printed. So here one thing we need to note is if the item to remove does not exist in remove, it will raise an error. Okay, so here I want to remove false. Okay, so even after false is not there, I'm going to remove this thing. So here this shows an error. So if we use discard method, then will not be having any error. Even if there isn't any element in it, it will not show any error. You can also use pop method to remove an item, but this method will remove the last item. Remember that sets are unordered, so you will not know what items that gets removed. The return value of pop method is removed item. Okay, so here we'll see, we'll use a pop method. So as these are unordered, pop method will remove any element. Okay, so as they are not having any sort of index, set 1 dot pop of self. So this one removes one element, but it should be at last normally, but as set is unordered, we don't know which element it will remove. Okay, so in order to have this thing, I am going to have two statements, that is set 1 also. So in order to identify the difference, so here if I run it, so here first x element is removed element is apple. So we don't know why it has chosen first one, as it is unordered. So if I run it again, now it removed 24, element 24. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, and then we are having the other thing, that is clear. Clear is also a method where we can remove. So here I'm going to have set 1 dot clear of Okay, then I'm going to print set1 and I'm going to run it. So what happens this, so here the elements completely will get removed, but the set will remain as it is. This is what the main difference is. We are having another keyword called delete, so that will be represented simply with del. And we're going to use set1. I want to delete set1. Then I'm going to print this set1. What happens, we'll see. Okay, so here name set1 is not defined. So whenever you use the clear method, then elements in that set will get removed, whereas when you use delete, the total set will get removed. So here we have used already a for loop in it, how to use it. So now we'll be moving with joining of sets. There are several ways to join two or more sets in Python. You can use the union method, and that returns a new set containing all the items from both sets, or an update method that is inserts all the items from one set into the another set. So already we are having one set, then we are going to create set 2, and we are going to give values as 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 and 9. These are the numbers I have given, so spaces are not allowed, so here we need to have a comma. So here I'm going to use a union method. So new set I'm going to define with the help of 2 and 3. So here set 1, I want to union of set 2. Okay, and then I'm going to have a print statement, print of set 3. Okay, so here if I run it, what happens we'll see. Okay, set 1 has been updated with set 2, but it isn't called as update, it's called an union, because there is no a particular order to define it, right? So here what happens if we use update. Okay, so here I want to update set 1. Okay, completely set 1 will get updated. Set 1 dot update of set 2. I want to update set 1 with set 2, and I want to print set 1. Okay, so here if I run it, the same thing will return, but every time you run it, the order will get changed. Okay, both union and update will exclude any duplicate items if there are. Okay, the intersection underscore update method will keep only the items that are present in both sets. Okay, so here if there are any similar elements present in both the things, so here 1 is present, that is true, and 1, so here it will keep only true if we use this intersection underscore update. So before update we need to use intersection underscore update. We are going to use it. So what happens, only set 1 will be remained with the value true, because here 1 is considered as true in sets, and here also it considers true. Okay, so this is what the main function of intersection underscore update. So if we use intersection, what happens, only intersection method, it will return a new set that only contains the items that are present in both sets. Okay, so for that we need to have two sets, set 1 and set 2. So here we need to define another set in order to work on it. So here I'm going to use set 3 as set1 dot intersection of set2. Okay, so here I'll be printing set3. Okay, so here what happened to set3 we'll see. Okay, so here because by using this intersection, you need to have in order to use this intersection you need to have a new set in order to define it from both the things. So okay, the symmetric underscore difference underscore update method will keep only the elements that are not present in both sets. Okay, so here if we go with the new thing, that is the new method what I have discussed right now. So set1 I want to update, right? Sorry, I don't want to update, but I want to see whatever the elements are there in whatever the elements are not present in set2 and set1 will be concatenated or joined. Okay, so here I'm going to use symmetric difference underscore update. So here set1 I'm going to update the elements which are not present in both sets. Okay, so here I'm going to with set2. Okay, and then I need to print of set1. Okay, so here if I run it, I'll be able to see true has been excluded because true has been excluded because true is present in both set1 and set2. So they will exclude the same elements and joins the different things. And then if we go with symmetric underscore difference without updating, okay, so here what happens we'll see. Okay, it will return a new set that contains only the elements that are not present in both sets. Okay, this is what the main difference is. And then here we are having Python has a set of built-in methods that we can use on sets. So that is add, which adds an element to the sets. Similarly clear, which removes, copy, difference and update, discard, intersection and update. These are all the methods we'll be using. So here in order to use those things, so here after giving set, you just need to enter control space. So here you'll get all the options. So I advise you to try what happens if you use each of these methods. Okay, with this I'll be winding up the video, and please do practice. So here in order to do practice you need to explore everything, right? Okay, so with this I'll be winding up the video. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.